So yeah, Caitlin Clark is going to be an all-star. And if you guys have not seen the media, what the media are doing, I'm just sitting there like, why do they think this is going to be any different? Why did they think this was going to be any different? Because most of the media who are voting for Caitlin for the all-star team. Why? For a number.
Rival fans are losing it, and not because their team lost. Caitlin Clark just walked into the WNBA All-Star Game like she owns the league. The media handed her a golden ticket, and now the haters are melting down faster than ice cream in Phoenix. Was it skill, hype, or just pure chaos magic? Buckle up, this drama is messier than a group chat full of exes. Let's break down the meltdown.
Caitlin Clark, the only WNBA player receiving over 500,000 fan votes for the WNBA All-Star Game. Aaliyah Boston, Kelsey Mitchell, Lexi Hull, the Fever 4, sitting in the top 10 when it comes to WNBA fan voting for the All-Star Game. Every chance the Indiana Fever fans, every chance Caitlin Clark fans, every time they have a chance to show up.
Caitlin Clark is officially an all-star. Cue the confetti, Instagram edits, and the hilarious meltdown from rival fans. Apparently, they believe earn should only apply to their favorite players, because nothing says I'm totally not mad, like shouting in all caps on Twitter at 2 a.m. while your team sits at 1-14.
So the two best players in the WNBA, at least to me, are all-star captains. That being Caitlin Clark and Napheesa Collier. Of course, Clark, Indiana Fever superstar. Collier, star of the Lynx, who is having an MVP season. Clark has had a little bit of an up and down season for her, relatively speaking, because she's been in and out of the lineup. Collier did miss a few games with a back issue as well. And of course, Clark had the shooting slump before she went out with the latest injury. Don't know how much that was related or is related, but Clark's impact on the floor is apparent when you see her there and when you see her off, and her numbers are still awesome. Not to mention, she's by far the most popular player in the league, and this is decided by fan voting, and it makes you feel good about what the exhibition can be.
Let's be real, we all saw this coming. From the moment Caitlin Clark entered the league, she didn't just bring talent, she brought gravity. Ratings jumped, arenas filled, merch flew off shelves like Beyoncé tickets. And yet, here we are again, stuck in the same old cycle of hate. Somehow, the player carrying a whole franchise and putting up big numbers is still being called overrated, usually by fans whose teams would trade their entire starting five just to get a fraction of that spotlight.
It's pretty clear there are two key WNBA players that are on a different level than the rest of the WNBA. And when it comes to Caitlin Clark, she's even another step up from the person that finished second. But look, it'd be irresponsible of me not to mention Napheesa Collier in all this because, well, she got over 1.1 million votes herself.
If Caitlin Clark isn't an all-star, then who is? What more does she have to do? Hit logo threes on a unicycle while solving climate change? At halftime, she's averaging 16.3 points, 6.2 assists, and 5 rebounds as a rookie, all while being targeted every game. If that's not all-star material, then maybe we need to rethink what the game even means, or just cancel it and let the backup mascots play cornhole instead.
Caitlin, when she's played, has been the best guard in the WNBA. She has. I mean this when I say this. It is it's not like she's like a stratospherically better than a Skylar Diggins, but she's been better when she's been on the floor than any other guard. Even in her slump, she had a 20 and 10 game. She had a 20 and 10 game in her slump. She set the record for most 20 and 10 games. She's the only guard with triple-double. She had a 32, 9, and 8. She nearly had a 30-point triple-double in a win against the Liberty, who at that stage were undefeated.
Let's not start with the media bias nonsense. The media isn't creating Caitlin Clark stats in some secret lab. She's doing what generational talents do, changing the game just by being in it. You don't watch her because she's trendy, you watch because anytime she touches the ball, something wild might happen. Logo threes, no-look passes through traffic, and making it all look effortless. She's doing things that feel illegal without a Marvel logo on her jersey. And the people upset she made the All-Star team, they act like she snuck in with secret handshakes and a briefcase in a dark alley when in reality, they're watching every game, every clip, praying she makes one mistake so they can say, "See, told you." It's not analysis, it's obsession.
Proves once again, nobody really started to care about the WNBA until she started playing. In 2023, in the WNBA All-Star voting, they got a total of 1.17 million votes, just a year before Caitlin Clark joined the league. 2 years later, 1.29 million votes as a single.
Even if Caitlin Clark dropped a triple-double with 0 turnovers, 5 steals, and cured a minor illness during the third quarter, the haters would still call it mid and cry conspiracy. Because this isn't really about merit, it's about a rookie flipping the script and refusing to wait her turn. They can't handle that she's the engine, the fuel, and the fire all at once. Caitlin didn't ask for the spotlight, she just shines so bright it exposes the cracks in everyone else's game. She's got teammates still learning her rhythm, defenses doubling her by default, and refs blowing whistles like it's cardio. This isn't a rookie season, it's a full-on crash course in surviving basketball's version of the Hunger Games.
Well, what do you know? What do you know? Caitlin Clark does it again. Shout out to Nafisa Collier. Caitlin Clark and Nafisa Collier are named your all-star captains. Well deserved, well deserved. Caitlin Clark is the GOAT. Nafisa Collier is playing like the best player in the league right now. My front runner for MVP, playing for a dominant Minnesota Lynx team. This is right. You guys got it right. They should be the all-star captain.
Meanwhile, some of the loudest critics couldn't diagram a pick and roll with a Sharpie and a cheat sheet, but now they're suddenly experts on what a real all-star looks like. Let's be honest. If Caitlin Clark wasn't on the all-star roster, the backlash would be louder than if the game got canceled altogether. You can't call it an all-star game and leave out the most talked about, most watched, most impactful player in the league. That's not a game, that's brunch and sneakers. And for the she's only popular crowd, since when did being wildly entertaining become a bad thing? Sports aren't tax seminars. They're meant to be watched, debated, and obsessed over. Without Caitlin, the All-Star game would draw about 14 people, a few player families, a couple ESPN interns, and the guy who forgot to turn off SportsCenter. No Caitlin, no viewers. She's not just part of the WNBA, she is the league's marketing team, brand manager, and executive producer all rolled into one. And yet people still act like her success is some kind of injustice.
By the way, and there was no slumping Sabrina Ionescu. Like, Sabrina Ionescu had 32 or 34, and they still managed to win from Caitlin Clark. It is genuinely a, like, an unquestionable one that Caitlin Clark has been top 4 guards. And I think, it's unquestionable when she's played that it's top 4 guard. I think if you wanted to not vote her in, if 50% of the media people did not vote Caitlin Clark in as an all-star, and their logic was she hasn't played enough games, and the 4 all-stars were Alicia Gray. Like, Caitlin's been better than Sabrina.
What's truly unjust isn't Caitlin Clark making the All-Star game, it's the energy being spent trying to tear her down while ignoring the obvious truth. She's done more for the WNBA than any PR campaign ever could. She's not just the face of the league, she's the bridge to a whole new wave of fans, sponsors, and believers. Her stats are elite, Her vision is unreal, and her presence on the court makes even veteran defenders rethink everything. If that's not all-star material, maybe we should just start picking players based on vibes and astrology. The real issue, she's disrupting comfort zones. She's shaking the status quo like a soda can in a paint mixer. And the people screaming the loudest aren't mad at her, they're mad at what she represents. Change. Big, bold, undeniable change. So yeah, rival fans are furious, and they should be. Their gatekeeping just got destroyed by a rookie, and it wasn't even close. Caitlin Clark didn't just earn her all-star spot, she redefined what an all-star even means.
Original fan base that follows her disrespected the WNBA players by saying she's going to go in that league and tear it apart. These people are so disrespectful and so unknowledgeable and so stupid. And Diana said it best. This kid's in for a rude awakening. This kid's on the wrong team. She's got the wrong skill set to handle the physicality of that league. This rookie class isn't even one of the best rookie classes in the last 10 years. She's just not built for the physicality.